Welcome. This Legacy Instructional Series video will provide some techniques for both preventing and mitigating G-effects in Star Citizen. G-effects are realistically modeled in Star Citizen. Instead of explaining the physiology or design behind what we see in-game, this video will focus on the practical application of techniques to deal with the mechanics currently in the simulation. For more information on G-mechanics in Star Citizen, see the videos linked in the description. G-effects in Star Citizen currently consist of visual effects for vertical and lateral acceleration, and the potential for G-lock during vertical acceleration. Visual effects can impair situational awareness and detract from aiming solutions, and G-lock can render a ship and its pilot vulnerable to collision or attack. Consequently, learning to both prevent and mitigate G-effects when they occur is crucial during your development as a fighter pilot. Preventing G-effects is a matter of controlling the timing of Gs applied to your avatar. Remember that the ingredients to G-lock are both G magnitude and time. A large number of Gs applied over a short time will not induce G-lock, and vice versa. Additionally, spreading Gs out on multiple axes, especially the lateral axes, can help prevent G-lock. One way to prevent G-effects is to fly casual, or to use the G-safe feature of the IFCS. Though this would succeed in preventing G-effects, combat situations often require pilots to fly in favor of maximum performance over efficiency and safety. The remainder of this video will assume that you are required to push into dangerous acceleration ranges to accomplish your mission. Rolling while turning and accelerating will spread Gs out over multiple axes, which can reduce the G magnitude on each axis or reduce the amount of time that each axis is exposed to acceleration. Since those are the two ingredients to causing avatar G-lock, rolling constantly while fighting will significantly reduce the probability of G-lock during combat at the expense of creating a more difficult aiming solution. Since nobody flies perfectly, eventually you will find the need to mitigate G-effects when they occur. We will now go over some techniques for doing this. The first is the most commonly used option. When experiencing visual effects from vertical Gs, pilots can strafe in an opposite direction to counter the acceleration. For example, if upward acceleration is inducing screen darkening or tunnel vision, strafing downward will often stop the upward acceleration and allow the avatar to recover. To remember which way to strafe, there's a helpful mnemonic that some use. Screen is red, strafe to head. Screen is black, strafe to feet. The same concept can be applied simply by decoupling and stopping all strafe inputs. By doing this, you are stopping your ship from accelerating in the direction that is causing the G-effects. Toggling G-safe on momentarily will also mitigate Gs. The problem with all these mitigation techniques is that they may prevent you from completing whatever task you are attempting. For example, if you're attempting to pursue an upward moving enemy, strafing downward, toggling G-safe, or simply stopping your turn will prevent you from being able to accelerate how you need to continue your pursuit. This will normally result in your needing to choose between respecting your avatar's limits and completing your task, but there are some combined maneuvers that can allow you to do both. Let's use the previous example of an enemy moving upward and a pilot pursuing, resulting in eyes down G-effects. To immediately counter and reduce the possibility of a G-lock, the pilot should immediately strafe downward. But by strafing downward, he will not be able to pursue his upward moving target as easily. He needs to make it so that strafing downward gets him closer to his enemy. To accomplish this, the pilot should roll to make downward correspond to lead pursuit against the enemy. Then, as G-effects subside, he can take out the downward vector and return to preventing Gs using roll. This combined method of strafe to stop G-effects and roll to keep the ship's vector in the desired direction is more difficult, but, when mastered, is one of the best ways to prevent G-lock while still accomplishing your mission. Do you use any special techniques to prevent or mitigate Gs? Please tell us about them in the comments below. That's all for today. Best of luck and fly safe.